if you have a car with a tank full of gas. Not even if you have a ship to cross the seas. Nor if you own a bag full of employees. Or if you lead your own church and put your soul at ease. Will I ever bow down to you? I won't bow down to no man.
Well, the weekend has officially begun, and we welcome you to this 2K Sports presentation of NBA basketball. This is Kevin Harlan alongside Greg Anthony and Clark Kellogg with Doris Burke reporting from the sideline. Looking back to the last matchup between these two teams, it was Phoenix who was unable to get it done against Portland. Prior to that loss, they hadn't lost in this matchup, Clark. Now they only have the edge, 2-1.
Yeah, they lost the momentum, and it's a bit surprising that that one got away from them because for long stretches, they were the better team.
Well, if you only looked at the stat sheets, you'd have a hard time figuring out how they lost it. I mean, it was a case of a few small things, some of the intangibles that didn't go their way in the end.
We got a chance here to set the floor, courtesy of Gatorade, all fueled up and ready to go for this one. Setting the floor for the Suns. Bledsoe and I to the backcourt. Warren is out there with Len, and it's Booker in at the three. Plumlee with the steal. Fast break, here they come. And they'll keep possession. McCollum passes to Harkless. Now here's McCollum. Guarded by Bledsoe. Aminu. Battles through traffic and lays it in. For Portland, they won their last contest, that game against the Denver Nuggets.
Yeah, the bench production in that game was terrific. Points from multiple sources.
Yeah, everybody that stepped on the floor played and made a contribution, and that's always a positive thing.
The Trailblazers have gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. That's good. McCollum's got 5 now.
Well, the first thought from the D there was to protect the rim, so good idea to take the three in transition.
Here's Warren. That's good from 17 feet away.
Could be the first of a lot of mid-range jumpers that we see from him. And, folks, he does more than just put 2 points onto their lead. He does it with a little bit of flair.
He sure does. You're right. It's a dazzling move to the bucket for him.
I'll tell you what, he may not be the biggest man in the league, guys, but he more than makes up for that lack of size with amazing aerial skills.
Out of bounds, Portland takes possession.
And really just a lack of awareness on his part. Just no idea he was right near the line.
Lillard dishes to McCollum. The shot, no good. So Phoenix will take it the other way. They come into this having outplayed the Clippers last game.
Well, that was a very physical game, and I think that plays into their hands. So a lot of their points came at the foul line.
And it also led to a lot of foul trouble for some of the key guys they were up against. So we can't forget about that part of it either.
No good from Booker. Portland leading by 3. And there's the foul against Phoenix. A different look now for Portland. Ed Davis is checked in for Aminu. And it's Alan Crabb in for Damian Lillard. A big group substitution here for Phoenix. Lures checked in for Len. Mirza Teletovic comes in for T.J. Warren. P.J. Tucker, he's checked in for Knight. And it's Price in for Eric Bledsoe. Suns trail by 3. Here's Tucker. There's the killer two-handed slam.
You know what? That's what you like to see. A perfect pass leading him right into the shot. Didn't even have to break stride.
McCollum kicks to Davis. And there's the slam dunk to finish it off.
He is one guy you do not stand in the way of when he decides to attack the rim.
Fires from deep. Here's Teletovic. And fouled hard that time. He'll get to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Ed Davis.
Yeah, way to play in attack mode and get to the line.
And, you know, the defense gets their money's worth on that foul, stopping the layup and not giving up the and one.
Noah Vonleh, he's checked in for Portland. Henderson comes in for Harkless. And so Teletovic nails both of them. Portland leading. Here's McCollum. Battles through traffic and lays it in. McCollum's got 7.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And on the flip side, Greg, the defenders have to show more fight on the interior. They've got to offer more resistance here.
And a foul called on the shot. Got him on the way up that time, so he'll shoot 2 right here. The Suns have been perfect at the line so far, albeit just 2 for 2. He doesn't get the second one. Portland's gone 1 of 2 from long range in the first quarter. Henderson passes to McCollum. And a miss there on the triple.
Kevin, I didn't like that defensive effort at all, but they're lucky he missed it.
Yeah, you hope that's not indicative of the type of D they're going to play, because if they do, they're going to have struggles with him tonight.
Back to Price. Snatched away. And here we go. Fast break. Henderson's got it. It's good. He makes his first shot of the game.
Well, that fast break went according to plan.
Yeah, nice job there, Greg. Recognizing the opportunity was there to push it, and then excellent execution.
Teletovic dishes to Booker. With 1 on the clock. And we reach the end of the first quarter. Trailblazers lead by 4. Stay with us as we get set to bring you the second quarter right after this. And we welcome you back. Glad to have you with us as more basketball is on the way. During the break, the players getting refueled with Gatorade. They're looking amped up and ready to get going once again. And look at how the hustle game has been going for Portland.
Boy, they've really amped up the pressure at the defensive end, guys, and have piled up the steals in the early going.
Yeah, and one thing, Clark, I've noticed is how quick their hands have been tonight. Thanks to that, they've gotten a lot of points off of turnover.
On the court right now, second quarter starting for the Suns. Lonnie Price out there with Archie Goodwin. Then there's Mirza Teletovic. Then it's P.J. Tucker. And it's Chandler in at the 5 down low. Trailblazers leading by 4. Lillard attacking. And there's the whistle. Fouled hard on the shot. He'll go to the line.
That's his second personal foul.
In the second half of the season, this group of teams has really heated up from beyond the arc. The Trailblazers in second.
Damien Lillard.
I mean, they've gotten better shooting the ball as the season has gone on, and you like their trajectory. I mean, they're in a great offensive groove right now.
A different look now for Portland. Plumlee comes in for Davis, and it's Aminu in for Noah Vonleh.
Probably as close to a sure thing as you can have at the free throw line.
Goodwin kicks it to Tucker. And it's sent back by Plumlee. And the ball goes out of bounds. Last touch by Plumlee. Here's Chandler. And looking at his production, he averages a little more than 7 points a game. That's a 2 from Lillard. Uses the glass to drop it in. Lillard's got 8.
That's just run-of-the-mill for him. A typical day at the office. He's one of the more skilled offensive players out there.
Chandler, the pass, is a good one. A good finish at the rack off the slick feed.
Man, can you always depend on him or what to lead you to the right place with that pass? Money.
Suns trail by 6. And we're a little over a minute and a half into the second quarter of action. Crabbe pulls it in.
Oh, that's terrific defense there. That's how you protect the rim.
And the jam by Gerald Henderson.
Phenomenal alley-oop slam right there, guys.
They're taking advantage, Clark, of a team that looks lost out there.
Guys, this one is threatening to get really ugly.
And first time out of the game called for Phoenix.
That was a good time to call the timeout to try to settle everybody down and get back into their offensive rhythm. They've been coughing up the rock an awful lot.
Douglas is checked in for Gerald Henderson. 2 minutes now played in the second quarter. And it's Bledsoe off the drive. To the middle. Len dishes to Warren. Feeds to Len. 6 on the shot clock. Here's Knight. And he overshot that one, missing.
Well, that's an excellent challenge right there. Good job contesting that shot by the defender. You know, they've changed their game here in the second. Getting a little bit more physical, playing with some toughness now.
And I'm looking for them to increase that lead if they can keep getting to the free throw line.
No luck that time either. And Plumlee kicks to Harkless. Dishes to Lillard. To the inside. Plumlee. And down it goes. Dunked through off a wonderful assist.
Taking it to the rack with power right there.
And hammering down with the two-handed slam.
Just piling on the lead with the dunk like that.
And Hooker kicks to Warren.
Kevin, I tell you what, when he gets to the rim like that, he's really hard to stop.
Yeah, he can get up a few notches higher. There's no doubt.
And that's how the game is played on the inside. You see the play over the top. You've got a great advantage.
The Trailblazers making a switch here. McCollum's checked in. Down low. Aminu with the bucket. Aminu's got the lead up to 10 now for the Trailblazers.
And bullseye with that assist. Nice delivery there in traffic.
And the jam by Bledsoe.
And you can tell he's hungry because that's how you eat away at a lead right there. Make some highlight reel plays and shake that defense up.
Well, Greg, you're right. Not all 2 points are the same. Not when they come on a stuff like that one.
Well, I like the craftiness in his game. I mean, he can distribute or he can attack the basket, just like we saw right there.
Some nice ball movement here by the Suns. To the wing right side. Booker. And the shot falls short this time.
And honestly, not real happy with the shot selection on that one.
Yeah, clearly a brain fade there. He's got to be a little smarter in his choice making.
Plumlee with the screen. There's a good screen. And here's McCollum for 3. Here's Aminu. Pops in the layup for 2. Aminu's got 6.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That'll be his second foul of the game.
And that's foul number 2. And maybe you don't sit him at this point, but you really have to be careful to not pick up another before half.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Davis is checked in for Plumlee. And it's Noah Vonleh in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And there's a foul called on Alan Crabb. That is his first foul of the game. Knight into the lane. From out on the wing, he knocks it down. And so we conclude the first half. Trailblazers out in front, up by 8. And we'll be back for the second half following the break. Keep it right here on 2K Sports. The second half just about to get going here. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Well, anytime you can get to the free throw line with that kind of consistency, that just makes every other facet of the game easy.
And, you know, they have to rotate the defensive assignment on him from now on just to avoid foul trouble on any one particular player, given how good he is at drawing fouls and how many fouls he's been drawing.
Now the second half about to start up and begin any moment. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damian Lillard.
Yeah, and he just went off in those first 2 quarters, guys. He's capable of doing that on a consistent basis as well. So we might see some changes from a defensive standpoint as they try to disrupt his rhythm in the second half.
You know, guys, I think you've got to make some sort of change. I mean, they can't let him continue to torch him up like he has been.
Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Harkless is out there with Aminu, and it's Plumlee in at the center. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. Lillard misses.
You know what, though? Sometimes you can be too open. I think it may have surprised him, and that's why he missed. And you saw how quick the defense was. They were ready for him. They got the hand in the face there and made that much more difficult.
Yeah, and every team needs that kind of rugged interior defense because you want to try to distract your opponents when they get inside, and you also want to make them uncomfortable in their shot attempts.
Knight into the lane. Can't hit the putback.
That's a big donut, folks, here to start the second half. 4 straight they've missed.
And the whistle blows. It's going to be on Mirza Teletovic. That's his first foul.
Well, we all know how loud NBA arenas can get. I mean, last season there were some accusations thrown around that it wasn't all organic. I mean, some players felt as if some of the NBA crowd noise was artificial.
Time called here. The Blazers decide to talk it over. Some heavy accusations about artificial noise being pumped in last year. We've seen the issue in the NFL, talked about now in the NBA. Seeing in other sports, there's a case that maybe the NBA's got to deal with this.
Oh, there's no doubt about it. I know some stadiums, it might feel like there is extra noise being pumped in. And listen, there are a lot of fan bases that we have that just flat out loud. I mean, it can be electric. But having said that, I don't think we want to have the artificial noise being pumped in. I think it does the game a disservice.
Here's Booker. That is good. Booker's got his first 2 points of the night.
Finally get one to drop after starting the half with 4 straight clanks. Not the kind of pass you want to be making right there. He's lucky it wasn't stolen.
Suns trail by 11. He dishes it to Teletovic. And the jumper is on the mark. Teletovic just got 6 points.
He's fortunate that shot found the bottom of the bucket. It wasn't the highest quality look.
For Phoenix, they've gone 2 of 6 from the field here in the third. Shot clock at 6. To the right side. It's stolen by Aminu. Fast break. Here come the Trailblazers. McCollum with the ball. Pass to Aminu. Plumlee with the screen. There's a screen. Lillard attacking. Comes up empty off the pick.
Well, you know, they're in the lead, but he's still been frustrated from an offensive standpoint.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. And that'll be his third foul so far. An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Ed Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Noah Vonleh comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Harkless. And Krabs subbed in for C.J. McCollum. And the Suns here with a different look. Lenz checked in for Chandler. John Lure comes in for Mirza Teletovic. Warren's checked in for Goodwin. And it's Brandon Knight in for Ronnie Price. The Trailblazers shooting their 7th and 8th free throw attempts for the game right here.
And 75% on the season as a unit from the free throw line.
And this year they haven't quite been able to maintain the free throw percentage they had last season.
And if that doesn't get them fired up, guys, nothing will.
Greg, just what the doctor ordered, huh? Some high-flying antics to narrow the deficit.
Tell you what, fellas, that could give them the energy boost they've been looking for.
And the dunk by Vonleh.
How about that? Snuck in off the baseline and then the sensational reverse jam.
How pretty was that? You're right. Athletic basketball. Clark with a little bit of flair mixed in.
I like that flavor.
And you know what, guys? That baseline, though, gives you the perfect setup for the reverse. Boy, did he ever take advantage.
He hits the second from the line. Portland leading by 10. To the paint. There's the killer two-handed slam.
Ooh, that's as forceful a finish as you're ever going to see out of this guy.
Well, gee, it adds now to their lead in spectacular fashion.
And, you know, that lead's only going to grow if they're not prepared to defend a little more staunchly than that.
Kicks to Booker. 5 on the clock. Fires for 3. Wow, drew the contact, and that 3 almost went in, so he'll go to the line for 3 free throws. And he sinks the second. And he nails the third. The Trailblazers have gone a somewhat subpar 4 of 10 on their shots in the second half so far. And Davis throws it down.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
Now here's Booker. He's got 5. One kicks to Booker. And he'll shoot free throws here. Clearly fouled on that shot that time. The whistle blowing. And Portland called for the foul. He's got free throw attempts number 4 and 5 here. And the Suns making a change here. Bledsoe's checked in. Both free throws good from Booker. 23 seconds left to play in the third.
And if they're smart, they can hold it for the last shot.
To me, that's got to be the target. Make sure you manage the clock effectively so you do get the last shot.
Passes it to Crabbe. From downtown. Good. Great play by Lillard to set it up. Lillard's got his 5th assist in this one.
Grown man's power flush with the long hang on the rim at the end of it.
Clark, that could be a catalyst for him.
I think you're right.
And we've seen those kinds of plays get.
And here at the end of the third quarter, it's a double-digit ball game. Trailblazers lead by 10. On the court now for the Suns, getting going here in the fourth. Bledsoe and Knight of the backcourt. It's Len in at the 5, roaming the paint. Henderson kicks to Harkless. Davis setting the pick for McCollum. It's good from long range. McCollum's got the lead up to 13 now for Portland. And a breakdown here, guys. The hustle stats for Portland.
Defensively, they played with a lot of energy, and the steals we've seen are a result of that aggressiveness.
You know, adding on to that, you look at their block totals tonight, and you see how feisty they've been on the defensive end this game.
Inside. Here's Len.
Assistant.
Makes it off the glass.
And you know what? One of the few bright spots in this game for them today. He's kept his edge even though they've been trailing. Just Mr. Reliable again here today, Kevin. I mean, they need his points, and he's producing.
For three, Bledsoe. That drops.
The D just sagged off just enough, and no hesitation on his part.
Final quarter here, and we're just over a minute and a half through it. Here's McCollum. Made that one as his 7th of the contest, 7 for 15 from the floor.
And he'll take it right into the teeth of the D without thinking twice about it.
There's the foul. It'll go on Ed Davis. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And you can see he just didn't get squared up with his feet.
Greg, those are always tough to judge, but I think the official got that one right.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Plumlee comes in for Davis, and it's Aminu in for Vonleh. Lures checked in for Phoenix. 5 to shoot. And Bledsoe with the stuff.
It's hard to believe that he's a point guard. I mean, he can power those dunks down as well as any big man in the league.
If not better. He's a phenomenal finisher.
Enjoy seeing that kind of bounce out of that spot on the floor.
It's stolen. All by himself. The lead now cut to single digits.
You know, there's no better sign of how efficiently a team is operating than their assist numbers. And theirs are fantastic.
Just beautiful when they play the game like this.
Here's McCollum. And he gets it to go. McCollum's got 19 points.
He's been a different guy here in the second half. His shooting percentage far better than it was before the break.
Bledsoe. Again, Phoenix.
It's as if the defenses have just given up.
Yeah, you know, the pace has only picked up the deeper we've gotten into this game, which is remarkable. It speaks to the endurance and stamina of these teams, and it's also been a lot of fun to watch.
He hits the first one, and that will put them up by 9. Damien Lillard, he's checked in for Portland.
Taking 2 shots.
And then for Phoenix, Warren's checked in for John Lure, and it's Booker in for P.J. Tucker. For Phoenix, they've gotten every shot they've taken so far in the fourth quarter to go in. That's 5 in a row to start the quarter. A nice shot by Knight.
You know what, guys? He can really light it up from the perimeter at times.
Lillard outside. He kicks to Plumlee. Here's Aminu. Trying to answer back, but that 3 is off the mark. Suns trail by 6. Outside Knight. Bledsoe right side. And they'll turn it over. Could not get off his shot. 24-second violation. The Trailblazers have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Aminu, the pass to McCollum. Aminu dishes to McCollum. Portland, no good that time either.
Well, that defense went from poor to no defense at all.
And when he's open like that, you don't see him miss those looks very often.
Here's Harkless, and he slams it one-handed.
Really just continuing to increase the lead. This one should be easy for the rest of the way.
Yeah, and you know, Greg, at this late stage, a lead like that has a team really feeling quite good about itself, and deservedly so.
Just too much of a deficit to overcome.
Just not enough clicks and ticks left on that clock in this one, Greg.
And there's a foul. It's on C.J. McCollum. That's his 4th foul of the contest.
Make it 2 hands for safety. That's what they say, right, Kevin?
Yeah, that's right. You got it. And he was ultra safe with that dunk.
No reason not to be.
And guys, as he should be. Remove all doubt on that attack.
Here's Booker. Misses there. And so it's Portland.
Look what happened when the game got sloppy. Introducing the Lone Ranger and Kimo Sabi. The horses were big, the 10-gallon tracks. The hood cowboys with the 10-gallon raps. Rocking ACG boots and baseball caps. I agree, this ain't a simulation of the doo-doo. This is the shot said to get used to. Gangstar foundation to treat. We branched off, shine. I just waited our chance to blast off. Year rounds in possession of Black Poet, Nick Khalil, the NYGs. I'm making diamonds out of pressure. My pipes are intact. Don't believe me? Ask your boy to back to the track. These recordings be important and responsible for drama like Sarah Palin, Joe Biden, McCain, and Obama.
Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. 1 time for your mind, 2 ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system. Man, listen, we be on a life or death mission. Get paid like tuition or caged up in prison. 1 time for your mind, 2 ghetto politicians. 3 for all my niggas locked down in the system.
NYG.
They said New York fell off. Who bringing New York back? I'm like, where we went? What part the game is that? We've been here the whole time, anxiously waiting. And the streets paper chase, supreme testing our patience. Now stop the presses. Listen up, this is not a lecture. More like a message with a flow that's as hot as peppers. Pop the only way you can stop this villain. I'm sick with it, couldn't with amoxicillin. I've been the illest since Ill Kid, Operation Red. Though I never contemplated that. Then that's a rap. Turn your pages to 03. Chapter NYG's. Pants is my code D. No iron team, homie. Picture me solo. See what happened to Tony? What he did to Manolo. Here go that New York Giant. Back on it again. Seen with Wolverines and they wasn't from Michigan. Y'all listening. Y'all can hear a lyrical street. Narcotics, raw dens. Rap don't work, find us in Tennessee. Looking for bucks, see if they still
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
practice freedom of speech and refuse to hold back. Hey, what you say?
NYG.
We appeal to those that feel.
Practice freedom of speech and
It's Western Conference time for the traveling Golden State Warriors today. 2K Sports brings you Friday night NBA action. This is Kevin Harlan with Clark Kellogg and Greg Anthony. The Portland Trailblazers come into tonight's game after losing earlier in the season in their last game against the Warriors.
Yeah, not a very inspired performance for them, particularly when they were defending. They just gave that hostile crowd plenty to cheer for.
Yeah, they allowed a lot of free runs to the hoop, a lot of open jump shots, and in the end, the opponent's shooting percentage was through the roof. You can't win if your defense isn't better than that.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's check out who's on the floor, courtesy of Gatorade. And Golden State looking at who they've got. Green at the 4 with Bogut at the 5. The Splash Brothers are the guards. And it's Barnes in the small forward position. Three-pointer, Lillard. That's no good. Misses his first shot of the night. Thompson with it. Now defended by McCollum. Thompson misses. Last outing for Golden State. They won that game against Memphis.
You know, they played well enough to win, but to be honest with you, I just felt like their opponent's defensive performance was shaky at best.
Yeah, I'd go along with that, Greg. I mean, the game wasn't handed to them, but they definitely didn't have to work as hard for it as they should have.
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Trailblazers will take it.
That's a major mental mistake. I mean, there's no other way for me to describe it. He didn't know where he was on the court. That's a basic fundamental. You have to be alert to where you are.
Now, here's Aminu. He gives his team some nice contributions, averaging a bit over 10 points a game. McCollum passes to Plumlee.
Yeah, the defender all over him.
Greg, he got him good there. I mean, that's why the shot was so far off.
The Trailblazers shooting their first free throws of the game.
At the line for 2.
And he's good on the second. Looking at Portland, they took a win in their last game against Denver.
And really the signature of that game was what they were able to do from a defensive standpoint, particularly on the low post.
Yeah, and they were up in the air an awful lot in that paint area, getting their hands on shots, a lot of them, but if they didn't block them or touch them, they actually changed them.
Got a piece of it. The three from McCollum. They grabbed their own miss.
They are 0 for the game thus far. 0 of 4 here, still looking for their first make.
And so the ball out of bounds. Bogut touched it last.
Well, that's inexcusable to throw a pass that far off the mark.
Yeah, it's got to be concerned with all the missed shots here, and every team goes through cold streaks. You just got to figure out a way to stay productive.
And the best way to do that when you're missing shots is to get to the foul line. Be aggressive, get to the foul line, and knock down some of those freebies, and the tide can turn for you.
So timeout called here, the first for Portland.
And you can tell they're just a little out of sync. I think he just wants to get everybody back on the same page.
Yeah, I like this timeout, Greg. I think it's a good one because it looks like they need a minute to talk things through here.
Estes Ezeli, he's checked in for Golden State. For Portland, they've gone 0 of 4, missing their first 4 field goals here.
Well, you know, last season, Steve Kerr came into a good situation, but a touch off that the team wasn't 100% on board with the firing of the previous coach, but he won them over in a hurry.
And he gets it to go.
I tell you what, guys, it's going to be a tough day on this defense if he's got the A game rolling tonight.
And the basket by Lillard.
You know, huge height advantage there, but because of the great body control, he's able to cancel it out.
Agreed. The body control essential in that situation. I mean, if you're giving up a bunch of height, then you better be able to manufacture things in the air.
There's a screen. Shot clock at 6. Used the screen and took it all the way.
Boy, he threw out some punishment with that two-hand throwdown.
And Clark, now's the time to do it. Continue to attack that rim.
It's really hard to find fault with anything he's doing this quarter, at least at the offensive end.
An almost entirely new group here for Portland. Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Noah Vonleh comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. Gerald Henderson, he's checked in for Maurice Harkless. And Krabs subbed in for McCollum. Portland shooting their 4th and 5th shots at the foul line in the game.
And they've been ordinary on the season as well, just about 75% from the line.
You know, the numbers from the line, guys, are close to where they were last year. But just a tad worse, so not too bad.
It's Curry with the drive. And it goes as the official calls the foul. Count it. He'll shoot one more at the free throw line. And the Warriors making a change here. Iguodala's checked in. Portland trailing here. Davis setting the pick for Lillard. And he gets the shot to fall after coming off the pick. Lillard's got 11 points.
Perfect screen there. Set him up with a terrific look.
Yeah, I like the fact that the setup was good, the screen was solid, but you also have to look at the fact that the defender didn't do his job as well as he could have.
And Portland on the break. On the jam by Gerald Henderson.
Wow, the floor just really opened up for him on that possession.
Yeah, I mean, I'm all for good offense, but that was just a terrible reaction from the defense.
Curry's shot is off. Portland's gone 0 of 2 from deep here. And Lillard kicks to Vonleh. Lillard outside. In the corner, Henderson with it. The Trailblazers need to get off a shot. And the basket by Lillard.
They're forcing the ball inside, and it's working beautifully.
It really is. 5 out of 6 of their last field goals have come from the paint.
And now running up the court, Lillard.
Oh, wow.
That's a beautiful jam.
Tell you what, he's going to put that one in his scrapbook. Absolutely insane with that dunk.
Well, now they're starting to rub it in, aren't they? Have build up a lead, and here we go, folks. It's showtime.
That was a Kodak moment right there. The more plays they make like that, the more they'll have these guys on the ropes.
Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Lillard's got 17. And they're scoring pretty well as we conclude the first quarter. Portland out in front, leading by 8. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And the first quarter is in the books. Second about ready to get underway. And guys, what do you think about the hustle stats here for Portland?
Well, I think the defensive aggressiveness on display here has caught them off guard. Playing airtight defense and coming up with the steals.
And also defensively, they've been able to cause some turnovers tonight. And that also builds confidence and gives you momentum.
So on the floor for Golden State to begin the second quarter. Livingston is out there with Barbosa. Then there's Harrison Barnes. Then there's Festus Ezeli. And it's Iguodala in at the power forward.
Maybe could have tried for a more memorable dunk than that.
And we know he's capable of those memorable dunks.
Yeah, and when he's got a lead like that, why not take a few chances? A lot more engaging and entertaining than just doing the old ho-hum one-hander.
McCollum. And down it goes, jamming that one home.
And I like the job they've done with working the basketball. They've been moving and getting quality shots.
And, Greg, their field goal percentage reflects that. I mean, they've been the much better team shooting the ball. And you know me, shooting percentage, always a function of shot selection.
Now a timeout called by Portland. And as the coaches go to the clipboard to outline their strategy during the timeout, the players getting a chance to rehydrate with some Gatorade. That's key to staying fresh all the way to the final whistle.
And, Kevin, it really is. And every one of these players knows it. They're all making sure to stay hydrated. It's impossible to play your A game if you're not getting enough to drink, especially towards the end of games when the physical toll of a long contest really starts to add up.
On defense, the Trailblazers. It's Curry with the drive, and he makes good on the layup. Curry's got it back down to single digits for the Warriors.
Just reliable, guys. He's just always trying to make the right play. And it's coming easy for them right now. 5 baskets in a row in the paint.
And I say, hey, if it keeps working, go to it. Stay with it. I mean, until the defense responds and provides more resistance, keep making them pay.
Al-Farouq Aminu, he's checked in for the Trailblazers. Free throw no good for Curry. Lots of room. Hangs in the air. Aminu with the bucket. And the Trailblazers lead by 10.
It's a +5 advantage for them in the rebounding category after that board.
Very steady with their work on the interior. Really a well-rounded effort overall.
The Warriors shooting their 3rd free throw attempt of the game.
And as a team, really just middle of the pack in terms of their percentage from the line at about 76.
Now here's McCollum. And he can certainly fill it up when they need him to. He's averaging almost 21 points a game. Plumlee sets the pick for McCollum. From outside, off the mark.
This shot's just, it's not there right now. With this team leading, perhaps, let's focus on some other areas of the game.
Now here's McCollum. After the miss from Klay Thompson. Plumlee dishes to Crabb. That one goes. Count.
Boy, such outstanding patience and decision-making for them offensively.
Absolutely. Their ball movement has been outstanding, and they're piling up the assists.
Barnes passes to Bogut. It'll go. The Portland lead is cut down now to just 7 on the bucket from Thompson.
I don't think that was the shot they had in mind, but they'll take it.
McCollum, no good.
Usually, if he gets to the rim, he's converting it into points. But the defense stood tall there.
Bogut kicks to Thompson. Here's Harkless. The shot will not go. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Barnes. Plumlee with the rebound.
If they could end every possession with that shot, they'd be happy. 9 times out of 10, that's an easy layup for them.
That is good. And that's now 7 points for C.J. McCollum.
Talk about doing a Rip Van Winkle on defense. Come on, guys, wake up. Why are they leaving him open at the three-point line? Come on.
A slight rebound advantage for them. One more column in their favor, and it's all adding up.
Well, you take a look at all of the stats, the team stats, that is, and that's one of the many areas that they've had the advantage. And as a result, they've got a big lead.
The shot misses. Good D by Thompson. Warriors trail by 10. Guys are looking for a spark here.
Yeah, I mean, a cold stretch offensively. They desperately need a basket.
And now he's taken a solid opening in the quarter and built on it here in the second.
Now here's Harkless. Looking at his numbers, he's averaging about 6.5 points a game. Outside Curry. And Thompson kicks to Curry. Barnes dishes to Bogut. And he bangs it home with one hand.
Harrison Barnes.
And really nothing like a good old-fashioned throwdown to get a team going.
And, Greg, they do need to get going. They wouldn't mind, shaving a couple. And we're through the first half of basketball here, and what's been a good one. Trailblazers lead by 5. And we'll be back right after halftime to get the third quarter underway. Well, both sides have assessed what they need to do over the break in halftime. We'll see now if one can pull out a way here in the third. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damien Lillard.
Yeah, he's played just a smart game overall offensively, looking for and finding the gaps in the defense, and also terrific shot selection.
Greg, that's exactly what we're talking about when we talk about being efficient as an offensive player. Fully on display there with him.
The third quarter now beginning. Both sides looking to pull away in the last half of the game. We're seeing a tremendous game from Damian Lillard.
That slasher mentality was on display in that first half. He got to the rim consistently.
Boy, I tell you what, he's got that great first step, and he must have had some quickness porridge or something, because he looks a little faster today than normal.
Lillard at the point with C.J. McCollum playing the 2. Al Farouk Amino is out there with Mo Harkless. And it's Plumlee in at the 5 down low. So that's who Terry Stotts starts the second half with. 2 free throws for Aminu. Warriors trail by 9. Curry kicks to Green. Green missing again. Trailblazers shooting percentage 59%. The offense is running smoothly. Harkless with it, and Curry picks him up defensively.
I'm a fan of anybody who defends that way. I mean, they weren't about to open the door and just allow him to cruise in for a layup.
Harkless with the steal. Here's McCollum, and he gets the bucket. McCollum's got 9.
And this collapse we've seen by their interior defense, it's really the reason why they've struggled and are in such a hole.
Curry's shot is off.
And out of the gates here in this second half, they have not started well. 0 of 3.
Lillard from outside. And the rebound goes to the Warriors. Green's got his 3rd rebound on the night. It's tipped. And Steph Curry with the foul. That'll be his 2nd foul of the game.
And you know, the new court projection visuals, all the rage in the NBA now. Instead of having to use a screen over the court, they just project video and images straight onto the court. I think before long, you'll see it everywhere.
Here's what Portland's going with right now. Ed Davis is checked in for Plumlee. Noah Vonleh comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Henderson for Harkless. They need a good offensive possession.
Yeah, they've had a number of empty ones, a long time without a basket.
They got to find something, you're right. Green.
Portland foul call.
And foul called as he misses. He'll go to the line and shoot 2. It goes on Noah Vonleh.
Shooting for Portland.
Those court projections you see in the pregame, we don't even have the best angle for it. They're so good.
Yeah, nice perk for those sitting a little higher up on those or those watching TV. It's about putting on a show and at the end of the day, entertaining the fans.
Looking at who's out there now for the Warriors. Ezeli's checked in for Bogut. Barbosa comes in for Thompson. And it's Livingston in for Steph Curry. Lillard the pass to Davis. Shoots from the corner. McCollum no good.
The defense there got away with a major lapse.
Livingston dishes to Barbosa. There's the pass to Ezeli. 6 on the shot clock. Livingston kicks to Green. That's good.
Oh, terrific way to finish that move there, going to the basket.
Lillard attacking. Oh, went in there and tried to power it down, but through contact, he'll head to the line.
You know what? Nice job there on the attack at the rim, drawing the contact.
And from a defensive standpoint, a good foul to save the dunk there.
Grabs checked in for McCullough. Then for the Warriors, Andrew Bogut checked in for Ezeli. Thompson comes in for Leandro Barbosa. And it's Stephen Curry in for Sean Livingston. Curry passes to Bogut. Stolen by Henderson. Finished off the break. Krabs got his 2nd bucket tonight.
How about the feel and the awareness he had there, finding his teammate behind the defense on the break.
Curry dishes to Barnes. Ripped away. And now Lillard running the floor all by himself. And the jam by Gerald Henderson.
And guys got careless with the ball there, and the turnover leads to the big stuff.
Once he came up right with the steal, he went straight on the attack.
That's exactly the way to do it too, Kevin. Go hard to the bucket and don't let them set up the defense.
Thompson from long range. And a great assist by Curry as that one goes in.
And that's one of his strengths, knocking down those long-range jump shots.
Warriors trailed by 13. And it's Portland with the rebound. At one point, they led by 16. Trailblazers keep it alive. We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Lillard outside. Nice teamwork to set up the big play and make the space for the Jays.
A lot of space right there to get that shot off.
Not a very good job of the defender getting over the top of that screen in that particular play.
Enough.
Yeah, enough scoring on the inside there. I think it's time for him to send a message to his team.
Yeah, you're exactly right. I guarantee you this talk centers around cutting down on all of those points coming in the paint. They've got to show more resistance there.
Timeout called the Warriors. You have to like what we've seen so far from Damien Lillard.
He's in one heck of a groove with the scoring. They're going to talk it over and try to figure out how to slow him down. I imagine that's exactly what they're talking about right now. They need to tighten it up.
Timeout called the Warriors. Here is Livingston. He averages a bit over 6 points a game. They set the pick. With 2 seconds left, the shot is off. And as we end the third quarter, a double-digit deficit will make it tough to come back. It's the Trailblazers ending the third quarter with a massive 16-6 run. From Portland, we're back in a moment. And we're rolling here again with the fourth quarter. Might not come down to the wire, but you never know. And Golden State looking at who they've got. The Splash Brothers are the guards. The defensive stalwarts, Green and Bogut, are down low. And it's Barnes at the three. And Aminu slams it in.
And nobody, guys, among the defenders stepping up to challenge him on that drive to the 10.
And Greg, he says, thank you very much, and sails in for the flush.
And those are the kind of sequences that tell you why the score is what it is.
Plumlee, no luck.
Well, he gets it in close, but you have to credit that stifling defense for forcing the miss.
Exactly, Greg. I mean, defense like that really increases the degree of difficulty on that shot by a large amount.
Thompson from long range. And again, no good by Golden State. Here's the screen. Kicks it to Crabbe. Puts up a three. And that one's good.
And that's not the way for a team to get back into a game, giving up open shots like that.
Here's Curry with the three. Portland grabs the miss. Plumlee's got 6 rebounds in the game. McCollum with the ball. Curry meets him. And there's the call on Klay Thompson. That'll be his second foul of the game. So for the Trailblazers, Vonleh comes in for Al-Farouq Aminu. And it's Henderson for Allen Crabbe. Henderson, no good. Warriors trail by 17. Barnes kicks to Curry. And that one's good. Curry's got 22 points.
Really just a tremendous day for him. And if you remember, he was just as good in their last game. Haven't we seen that a few times today, guys? I mean, their defense has got to have a little bit more toughness about it.
Green with a screen on Henderson. Curry kicks to Green. Plumlee with a steal. McCollum up top, guarded by Curry. Plumlee with the screen. Here's McCollum. And the refs are going to rule that unnecessary contact. It's a flagrant 1 foul.
Boy, a very hard foul that time, and the officials had to slap him with the flagrant. I mean, you can't let him get away with that kind of contact.
Yeah, gee, that's an easy call for the officials to make when there's that much contact. The league is really cracking down on those sort of plays. The Trailblazers making a switch here. Lillard's checked in. The shot is off. And it's the Warriors taking it the other way. Here's Barnes. Nice pass, nice catch, and a resounding dunk.
How about that? Take a peek at that move. We don't get to see plays like that very often.
No, we don't. You're right. Sailing in off the baseline for the reverse stuff.
And as special as they come, guys, that was primo in terms of dunks. And really, with every point from this point on, it seems like they're just closer to finishing this one off.
If they haven't already done it. I mean, hey, it's been a tremendous all-around performance from this group. I don't think there's any question about that.
And Lillard kicks to Vonleh. Stolen by Thompson.
And so just
Harrison Barnes.
Putting on a show for these people.
I cannot believe he pulled that one out in the course of an actual game. Are you kidding me?
I'll tell you what, Mama always said, if you got it, flaunt it.
Let it fly. Let it fly.
Mama said that, huh? Here's Vonleh. Feeds to McCollum. Now the dish to Harkless. Curry against Lillard. He kicks it to Plumlee. And stolen by Barnes. There's the feed to Curry. The shot is off. Plumlee with some nice D. Lillard against Green. That's good. And the Trailblazers lead by 19.
And they feel good about this win tonight, guys, defending their home court.
I agree. Job well done. They gave these fans exactly what they wanted.
And stolen by Lillard. And the shot counts. He's fouled, and it's a chance for a three-point play.
Well, if it wasn't out of reach, it is now, thanks to that last little spurt.
And why put the brakes on now? I just say keep on letting it fly.
And it's the Warriors with the ball. And Curry, here we go. And stolen by Lillard.
Fouling like that isn't how you get back in the game.
Looked to me like just a frustration foul. Really kind of sums up the game they're having in general.
Good on the second free throw. Seven seconds left in the fourth quarter. Green left side. And so Portland takes this one, but by a big margin. They poured it on tonight, Clark. A dominant showing in front of a crowd that loved every minute of it.
And during the few moments that we have left, we want to talk right down to earth in a language that everybody hears.